Right, so a warm welcome to our very first recording of Quick and Dirty Tips for Improving Your English. I'm Julia.
I'm Christine.
And today I'd like to talk about some words that are German words that are very difficult to translate into English.
Oh, Julia, before we get started, I must show you something. Do you know these video filters in Zoom?
Right. I've heard of them, yes.
Right. Look, what do you think? What do you think about this? Could we use this in training? You seem very shocked.
Well, I think it actually reminds me of the very first word that I want to talk about, Christine, which is seriös. And I think it looks like a lot of fun, but it looks a bit unseriös.
Well, that's German. You can't say that, Julia.
Exactly. So how do you translate that into English?
Unseriös. It doesn't look professional.
Okay, right. But would you say that every time you use seriös, for example, okay, I had a client who said to me, would someone like Donald Trump ever become president in Germany? And then I said, I don't think so. And then the word seriös popped into my head. And I thought, he's not seriös enough. Would that also be professional?
Not really. It's a mix, isn't it? You could say, in some cases, you can say reputable.
Yes.
Reliable.
Absolutely.
You can't say that. Honest.
Yes.
You got any other words?
Respectable.
Respectable, right.
Yeah.
It's one of those words that you can't really translate, can you?
That's it, absolutely. And I think depending on the context and the situation, you always have to have a look, which word am I going to use?
Right.
And I think that's the trap that people fall into. They look it up in Leo or in some other online dictionary, and it sort of provides them with words, but you really need to sort of just, take it.
All right. I think in that respect, maybe professional will work all the time or most of the time, perhaps. But yes, there are other words depending on the situation, of course.
Yeah, even though you wouldn't say this is eine sehr seriöse Zeitschrift. Okay, I think professional probably wouldn't work. Yeah.
Trustworthy is another one that sort of springs to mind.
Maybe reputable or
reputable,
respectable,
right.
something like that.
Exactly. Do you have another word? Another word?
Yes, another word that I'd like to mention is Handwerker.
Oh, nice one.
Something that my clients come up with a lot. So
we have that a lot as well. Right.
Your thoughts on that?
Yes, Handwerker. So if it's someone like a do-it-yourselfer or a handyman, someone who sort of does everything in the house, sometimes fits. I would sometimes say, oh, die Handwerker sind da, the builders, but it doesn't really cover everyone. We would probably say the workers are in the house. We've got the workers in.
Right. Or you could say something like, a guy's coming to fix the toilet.
I think that's what we probably would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the electrician, if they are, you know what trade.
Call them by name.
Call them by name.
Yes.
I would say so. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Does it have something to do with the culture?
I think so. I think in Germany we do have this very, these apprenticeships, right, that you don't have in all the English-speaking countries.
Exactly.
And so I think that's a really very good system here in Germany.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, in South Africa, I think anybody can call themselves an electrician.
I think so. It's probably like that in England still. I'm not quite sure.
You need a specific qualification for it.
No. My father always said, they're all cowboys, which was not really fair, but okay. But that was his.
It doesn't work in Germany.
Wouldn't.
No. Christine, when I first came to Germany, I discovered a word that I absolutely loved because I felt that it described something that I didn't find in the English language. And that is sympathisch.
Ah, lovely. Oh, yes. You look in the dictionary, Julia, and they'll tell you sympathetic, right?
Ah, yes.
Ooh, isn't it horrible?
Watch out for that one.
One of our favourite words is nice.
Yes.
Right. But of course, as we were saying earlier, you know, nice is one of those words that sort of people think it's not good enough, is it? It's not really good enough.
I had a teacher at school who actually didn't allow us to use the word nice because she wanted us to use other adjectives.
Okay, say friendly, very amiable.
Even though sympathisch, I think, has a deeper meaning. It basically sort of means that, you know, you've got a good feeling about the person. There's sort of an energy involved. That's always the feeling that I have, and nice doesn't really cover that.
No, so it's someone, you could say very likable, or someone I like working with, if you want to say,
yes,
very sympathisch, and then explain that you know, sympathischer Mensch, and oh, I really like working with this person, you know, very reliable, and then all the good, you know, sort of qualities, characteristics, right?
I think a good tip for the clients is there's not one single word that translates that word. That's just,
that's a good tip.
The bottom line.
Right. Have you got another one?
Yes, I've got another one, which is Feierabend, which is so important in a corporate environment, right?
Feierabend, lovely. Isn't it funny? Everyone wants to know how to say Feierabend, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Feierabend means it's the end of the working day, isn't it? It's the end of the working day.
Yeah.
So, wann haben Sie Feierabend? When do you finish working? When do you stop working?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if you say this in or if you said it in South Africa. We would probably say, when do you, or what did I had that the other day. When did you knock off? Do you know that one?
Ah, yes, yeah, I've heard of that.
When do you knock off? I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it here in Germany because I think, you know, not everyone would.
Exactly. It's very sort of, I would say it's sort of business slang.
Right.
Or
it's an idiom probably, you know, I don't really
jargon,
isn't it? Or when do you clock out, right?
Yes, but clock out is that's definitely in English. That would be, I mean, in German, that would be ausstempeln, right?
Ausstempeln, of course, not you know, not everybody stempelt. You know, they don't all clock in and clock out, do they?
And I think another good translation would maybe be, if you're talking about ein Feierabendbier, for example, you would say an after work drinks.
Right.
Yeah, after work party, after work drinks.
Exactly.
I think that's.
But I think if you want to ask someone, wann haben Sie Feierabend? It's more, when do you finish?
When do you finish work?
When do you finish work? Very easy.
Exactly.
You know, just make it easy.
Yeah.
You know.
When do you finish? Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Have you got a last one, Julia?
Yes, I've got a very last one, which
I tell you why, because I've got Feierabend in a minute, right?
Ah, very good. Okay. Then I hope that I'll say it in German. Ich hoffe, dass du einen gemütlichen Feierabend hast.
Oh, danke schön. Gemütlich. Oh,
and the question is, how would you translate that?
Translate that, right. Okay, gemütlich. Cozy, comfortable.
Yeah.
It's very comfy.
Do I mean, when I say, ich hoffe, dass du einen gemütlichen Feierabend hast, do I mean a cozy?
No. What do you mean when you say gemütlichen Feierabend?
I think it can mean cozy, but not necessarily, right? In some contexts, it does mean cozy, but not in all of them. Yeah.
Do you know this Danish word? I don't know how you say it. Hygge, hygge. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Do you know it?
My Danish is 0.
Well, it's the only word I know in Danish. H-Y, there's a magazine, I think, with that name. H-Y-G-G-E.
Ah, okay.
And it's probably got the same meaning. It's warm, cozy feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know, I don't think I would wish anyone a gemütlichen Feierabend.
Yeah, einen gemütlichen Feierabend. Unless it's cold outside, maybe. And you know that, I mean, if it's -10, there's a blizzard, you know, then I would maybe say einen gemütlichen Feierabend. Or I know that they're sort of getting together and having
I would probably, what would I say? I mean, if I don't know how to translate something, it's a tip. I would try and say, okay, I'm not going to translate it, Julia. I'm going to say, what would I say? And I would say, Julia, enjoy your evening, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. And that's exactly what we're going to do now.
We're going to do. Julia, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you for all these wonderful words.
Ditto. Same here.
You kept me on my toes.
I'm looking forward to our next one.
Right. Thank you, Julia. See you soon. Right.
Thank you.